What's up, everybody? Justin here with a new series of videos. I was almost going to say countdown videos, but it's a whole different series in a different playlist. It's going to be I'm going to do top fives every different part of the videos. Part one, part two is going to be 5 names I'm going to give you. This series is my favorite top 50 favorite women in wrestling. I love women's wrestling. I've really come to appreciate it a lot more ever since, I'd say, 2007, 8, 2009, when I first discovered Shimmer women athletes. Started buying their DVDs, became a huge fan of Shimmer and just women's wrestling in general. I'm a huge fan of it. WWE, you were really late to the party, pushing the women the right way. Because Impact Wrestling, TNA, they had a better knockouts division. A lot better than the Divas division. At least they treated TNA and Impact, at least they treated their women with respect. The Divas division, not so much, because their matches were short, not that good. Nothing against the talent that was a part of the Divas division, but I just thought TNA Knockouts did it better, did a women's division a lot better, and of course Shimmer was the best women's wrestling on the planet. Also, if you never heard of Shimmer, check them out. Buy their DVDs, buy their shows on video on demand. Also, check out Stardom. It's in Japan. It's an all women's company. It's called Stardom. They have a streaming service. So here we go. Top 50. I'm going to give you 5 names so these shows don't go too long. Number 50. I'm going to start off with 50 down to 45. This is part 1 of my top 50 women in wrestling. And I call it women in wrestling because all of them were not wrestlers. All of them were not good wrestlers. Some were just really good talkers and really good managers. Number 50. And all these women, I was a fan of them. In the ring or as a manager or on the microphone. Number 50. She could have been a lot lower on this top 50. She could have probably been number 20. But she's number 50. Number 50, Sherri Martel. She was damn good. She was first in the AWA. She was in the AWA. Yes, she was. I don't know why I couldn't think, but she was in the AWA. Then she had her best run, in my opinion, in the WWF as the Macho King's manager. Then she had a really good run in WCW as Sister Sherri. She really made Harlem Heat a big success. Not that Booker and Stevie Ray, they would have made it a success anyways, but Sherri Martel as Sister Sherri really helped Harlem Heat. But her best run was in the WWF. Number 50, Sherri Martel. She's an AWA Women's Champion, WWF Women's Champion. And she is a WWE Hall of Famer. I'm very happy she got inducted before, like a year or two later, sadly, she passed away. Number 49 comes from the Diva Search. She's a great manager, great talker. Her best run was not even in the WWE, in my opinion. Her best run was in Ring of Honor as the first lady of Ring of Honor, she was called. And she had a really good run in Impact Wrestling, number 49. 49. Big fan of her. Not only is she drop dead gorgeous, but she's great at promos, great at getting heat as a heel, great talker, great manager. She could do everything. She wasn't a great wrestler, but who cares? She was a great manager, great talker. She's still great. If WWE ever lets her return after I'm sure she'll want to stay home a while and take care of her baby before she goes back on the road. I don't think Maria Kanellis is number 49. I don't think we'll see her for at least over 6 more months or longer. Because if I was a new mother, I would probably want to stay with my kid until they're at least 1 year old and then go back to work. So number 49, Maria Kanellis. She had to be on this top 50 because she was damn good. And yes, some of these women on my top 50, some of them are on it because I was just really attracted to them. And I loved how they looked. But not just Maria Kanellis' looks. She had the skills. She was a great manager, especially in Ring of Honor. And she's a really good heel in Impact Wrestling. So check out Maria Kanellis' work for Ring of Honor and Impact Wrestling. She did very well. Number 48, from my hometown, from my home state, Candice Michelle became WWE Women's Champion. Was part of the Diva Search. Worked her ass off to become a pretty good wrestler. She was really decent. She wasn't great, but she was good enough. I think Candice Michelle was better than Michelle McCool in the ring and Layla in the ring. They weren't very good, even though I love Layla. And Layla was super attractive, in my opinion. So, number 48, Candice Michelle. She deserves to be on my top 50. If you don't like that she's on this top 50, make your own damn top 50 women in wrestling. Candice Michelle, number 48. Number 47 was a women's champion. Worked her ass off on the main roster. Had a different look. She was really damn good. The Glamazon, number 47, Beth Phoenix. We all know who she married. She's married to Edge. I believe they have 2 children. Or 1 or 2 kids. I know they have 1 kid. Hall of Famer, Beth Phoenix. She was really good. She wasn't in the WWE that long. Maybe 8 years. Because she's in OVW a while. But she was really damn good. It was cool to see Beth Phoenix be a part of the Women's Royal Rumble. Number 47, Melina. She came in first. She was a part of OVW, WWE's developmental. And she came on the main roster with Eminem, Mercury, and Morrison. That's why they are named Eminem, Mercury, and Morrison. Really good, underrated tag team was Eminem. Melina at ringside, she was a really good manager. Before she was a wrestler, she was a really good manager. But she would always scream at ringside. That got really annoying because she screamed super loud and it was really annoying. But she did do those splits on the ring apron. That was glorious. I was attracted to Melina, but she was a good wrestler. When they really started letting her wrestle, she got better and better and better, in my opinion. Number 46, Melina. I don't know if Melina will ever get in the Hall of Fame. I believe she was a women's and divas champion. I think she was, but I don't know if she'll ever get in the Hall of Fame. But Melina, I feel, is kind of forgotten, and she shouldn't be. Number 46, Melina. Number 45 now. And then this will end part one. Number 45. She was a manager. She did wrestle a little bit. Her most famous match was probably a bloodbath she had in ECW. She debuted in ECW. And I apologize if it looks really dark, because I don't have a light on. It's still it's not even 5 p.m. yet. It's about to rain out and storm, so that's why it looks dark. 45, as I said, she debuted in ECW as Raven, as part of the Raven Tommy Dreamer storyline. She was, as Stevie Richards explained in ECW, she was a fat girl that was in camp with Raven and Tommy Dreamer, and they were younger. And then Stevie Richards says, I brought her back, Raven, I brought her back, and now she's a Penthouse pet. And she was in Penthouse magazine also, by the way. Don't believe me? Well, you can find the pictures online. Who am I talking about? Number 45 is Beulah McGillicuddy. She was pretty damn, I thought she was attractive. But she's also a good manager. She did a lot in ECW. She did everything and more of what they asked her to. She got 3D'd, Dudley Death Dropped by the Dudley Boys on episode of ECW TV in 98, in the summer of 98. Then they announced she got her neck broken by the Dudleys. And before that, as I said, she had a hardcore match with Bill Alfonso in 97 at the ECW Arena. I believe is September or August 97. It was a bloodbath. Bill Alfonso bled a lot, and Beulah beat the shit out of him. But they both beat up each other. And who would imagine that two managers having a match in the ECW Arena, two managers, that the match would get over as big as it did because the crowd loved it. Number 45, Beulah McGillicuddy. She is still currently married to Tommy Dreamer. They have daughters together. I hope they're really happy together. Hopefully they stay together forever. And so Beulah was good. She didn't talk much. She didn't have to talk. Also, not only did she get 3D'd, no other woman got a 3D from the Dudleys before. Not only that, but not only did she have a bloodbath with Bill Alfonso, but she was the first woman ever in wrestling a part of a lesbian kiss storyline where she kissed Kimona in the ECW Arena in 96. They started making out, and then they fell down in the ring on top of each other. And the fans were going nuts, basically, because I would say 99% in the ECW Arena were guys in the crowd, or at least 98%. So Beulah was a part of first ever lesbian kiss in wrestling, first woman to get the Dudley Death Drop 3D'd, and she's also the first woman a part of a bloodbath in a match with another guy against a guy. So number 45, Beulah McGillicuddy. Hope you enjoyed this part one of my top 50 women in wrestling. Don't like some of these, don't like 50 to 45, too goddamn bad. It's my show. I was fans of all these women, and they all deserve to be on this top 50. All of them, in my opinion, deserve it. You don't like it? Make your own damn top 50 or top 5 women in wrestling. Part 2 will be 44. Starting with 44 down to number 40. And I'll just give you a preview of part 2, which I might do Thursday or Friday. But part 2, the preview is women from the Attitude Era, a woman from ECW, and a woman that was started in Shimmer and was in TNA. Hope you enjoyed part 1 of my top 50 favorite women in wrestling. 50 to 45 I did. What are your favorite top 10, top 20, top 50, top whatever? Well, who are some of your favorite women in wrestling of all time? Tell me who are your favorites in the comments. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Have a great week, everybody. Bye for now.